Hello, young readers of grade 8. This is Sawyer and welcome to part 2 of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Last time we have learned how to use context clue and verify the meaning using the dictionary. This time we're going to analyze the use of figurative language. Here I need to focus on the verbal irony and the pun. Let's just start with verbal irony. What do you mean by verbal irony? It's when a character says one thing but means the opposite. Here, the lifelong enemies, Rainy Cloud and the sun. The Rainy Cloud says, "You look so happy to see me." The Rainy Cloud teasing the sun. As we can see, and it's pretty obvious that the sun is not happy at all. Okay, it is totally unknown. So here we say something but we mean the opposite. Let's have a more elaborate example. Wow, that's a long queue. That's why I try to avoid paperwork or anything. Look at this woman. She is at the end of the line and lots of people are waiting ahead. Okay, this is the shortest line I've ever been in. Look at this woman. She said that this is the shortest line. Come on, I guess this is the longest queue. That's verbal irony. Say something, mean the opposite. Verbal irony exists. It comes when someone knowingly exaggerate, like when she says shortest line, or says one thing while meaning another, such as in this example. Now, here I have Tom White painting the fence, pretending to enjoy his work, and then Ben Roger comes eating his apple and trying to tease him for being punished again. And he says, "Say, I'm going swimming." "I am." "Don't you wish you could?" "But of course you'd rather work, wouldn't you?" Of course Per Roger wouldn't mean this. Okay, and he's even trying to expose his plans in order to annoy Tom. Okay, yet his evil plan turned upside down. Okay, that's what he has got from mockery. Oh, mockery. Mockery means making fun of someone. That's again one kind of verbal irony. So that's what we have said. Okay, let's watch this example. You can find this video on YouTube. Here we're going to talk about verbal irony. "Great weather we're having. Awesome job. You're a tremendous athlete." Compliments, right? Maybe. Depending on the attitude and tone of voice behind these lines or these expressions. They may be compliments, but they may be also mockery. The slight change of attitude behind those expressions reveal what we call verbal irony. When I say great weather we're having, it's quite possible when the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the wind is calm. But if the weather is horrible, the clouds are blooming and the wind is raging tempest, and someone said great weather we're having, he probably doesn't actually mean what. He probably means that the weather is horrible, but he said the opposite. This is verbal irony, when the speaker says the opposite of what he means. I know what you're thinking. Isn't it sarcasm? Yes, it's sarcasm. When the speaker said the opposite of what he means, this verbal irony. When he goes further to mean the opposite of what he says and seek a little bit of annoying and be mean or make fun, that's sarcasm. If someone accomplished a lifelong job, awesome. Someone winning the Champion League, awesome. Someone crushing a car, not awesome. But when says awesome job, this is verbal irony because he means the opposite with a hint of mockery. Okay, so now verbal irony is now clear. Now let's move to the next figurative language. Come on. Pun. As you can see, oh, that's a koala bear. How cute. He says, what do you mean I'm not a bear? I have all the qualification. Okay, is this word misspelled or something? Because that's not how I spelled the word qualifications. Okay, qualification, the original word, the word that we are all familiar with, it refers to your skills, your education. Okay, here the first half or the first syllable of the word, of the written word qualification, it refers to the koala bear itself. Okay, that's why it's a pun. Now he used words that sound the same. He tried to play with the sounds of words. It's something that I don't want to say all boys, but lots and a lot of boys use all the time. I will leave you to figure out the Arabic equivalent of this word, okay? And to come up, I will give you the freedom to express your talent of using pun, okay? You use verbal irony and use pun all the time, okay? I need the Arabic equivalent of them, inshallah, to share in class. It is going to be fun. Fun. Let's have more illustration. Here, I went to an internet cafe last night for dinner. How was the food? I don't know. The server wasn't responding. The word responding here refers to not answering. Okay? Server here refers to what? Refers to the service, the cook, the waiter, or refers to the internet server. Okay? Who knows? Because he said internet cafe, so he refers to the internet server, or dinner refers to the service for dinner. We don't know. So all in all, that's a pun, and we try to figure out whether to laugh or slap him or in the face. So pun means the humorous play on words. Humorous means funny. Some puns involve using different meaning of the same word. Remember this expression, different meanings of the same word. You have studied this before. Let's have a quick recap. As in this passage, the word played out can mean what? Tired, exhausted, or finished playing. Let's have another example. When Tom had traded the next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite. Traded here means exchange. The next chance of doing what? Whitewashing? That's ridiculous. Before I move on to more examples, let's have a quick reading of one of my favorite children book. I recommend you read this book to your younger siblings. The King Who Reigned. Daddy says there was a king who reigned for 40 years. Okay, I need to ask myself a question. Is that how people reign? Look at the girl. She's astonished. She sees a king and the king is pouring rain. I only know that clouds do this, not people. Or does the word reign, he means the word that R-E-I-G-N, reign, that means rule or control. Yes, this is the word. Oh, so you mean that different words with different spelling but have the same pronunciation can create that kind of confusion? Yes. Okay. Let's move to the next part. Daddy says there are forks in the road. So here, what do you mean by forks? Come on. We mean what? Branches of road, intersection, or road crossing. So the word fork here has multiple meaning. The fork, like one of the cooking utensils that we use to eat or cook, or can refer to road intersection. How funny to see cars riding on German roads. Daddy says he has a mole on his nose. Ugh, that's creepy. Okay, so mole here refers to that kind of an animal, or refers to like something resembles a pimple on his nose. He needs to get a cure for this. You need prescription, man. Mommy says lambs gamble on the lawn. Astaghfirullah. Do sheep or lambs gamble? They play cards? No, they don't. So gamble here has another meaning. Like they enjoy running and jumping all day long on the lawn. Mommy says she has a frog in her throat. Okay, if I look at the picture, again, that's creepy. It's even more creepier than kissing a frog. So I guess that she means she has a sore throat. She has pain in her throat. Have you got the idea? When I have words that share with same spelling, yet with different meanings, what do we call these kind of words? Same pronunciation, different meaning. So homophones also create puns. Now, let's now identify whether the following sentences verbal irony or pun. Ned said, I just love working in the hot sun. When can we do it again? Alright, okay. So, is it verbal irony or pun? Again, a quick reminder. Verbal irony, say something, mean something else. Pun, play with words. The words with different meanings. So, I guess that you can guess the meaning. What is it? Ding ding ding, verbal irony. Because Ned really doesn't want to work in the hot sun again. I guess that he'd rather prefer to stay inside in his air-conditioned room playing video games all day long. Okay? Come on, Ned. You need to get out alone. Let's move to number 2. Billy Fisher was a minor character and the remaining one is an adult. Think about it. I can help you. It's a pun. Okay, so which word here that's been playing? Come on, I've been playing with which word? The word minor. Minor can mean lesser in importance. It means that that's not the main character. He is not the protagonist. Okay, he's just a supporting character. Or he's not yet a legal adult. Not yet a legal adult means he's still young or stupid. I hate to use this word. It means that he's still trivial, foolish, or something. So, minor has more than one meaning. Supporting character, not an adult, still a child, or childish or foolish. Okay? Let's move to, it depends on the context. Kara worries that Tom Sawyer tricked the boys. What a good friend, she remarked. Okay, Tom tricked his friends. He literally robbed them and made them do all the work for him. So, was he a good friend? I guess that you already know the answer. It's a verbal irony. Because Tom Sawyer wasn't acting like a good friend at all. Maybe later, when you... maybe. Number 4, and the last one, perfect for using verbal irony or pun. His friends, none the wiser, mean that not the brightest one. Tom surveyed the result of his whitewashing. Is it true? It happened. So it is not verbal irony, it's pun. But which word here that's been played with? Come on. Do you remember the philosophy that he came out at the end? When he said that in order to make people to do the work, pretend that this work is challenging or hard to attain. So he's manipulating them. He's brainwashing them. So whitewashing here, that's a reference to cleaning, painting, or cleaning. Or it can be a reference to his deception. It means washing the minds of his friends. Poor friends. Now that's the end of the figurative language. Let's move to the use of adverbs. What do you mean by adverbs? An adverb is a word that describes a verb or an adjective. For example, let's read this. Peter, your first quarter grade came. How did I do? Awesomely, superbly, phenomenally, stupendously. And the teachers gave up and let's start with your English grade. Okay, Peter. I tell you, Peter, that nothing good comes from your adverbs, okay? You need to watch your adverbs. I can anticipate what's your English grade already. So, here adverbs, a word that describes the verb. It provides additional detail or descriptive information. It tells me how, when, and how often something happens. For example, how does your teacher speaks? She speaks loudly. When? This morning. How often? Sometimes when she's trying to be heard on, or when there is noise. Okay, let's start with the first word, careless. Careless here, that's an adjective that describes this boy. The boy is skating without any protective gear, without helmet, without elbows, without knees. The road is muddy, it is not clear, so he is careless. And by adding the ly at the end, I refer to his manner. How does he behave? Let's check the word in Tom Sawyer context. Tom resumed his whitewashing and answered carelessly. Do you remember when Tom pretended to whitewash and being totally absorbed into work? And he answered his friends with recklessness. So the definition here, without care or concern. Let's divide the word into syllables or into parts. Care, it means you look after something. Less, that's a suffix that refers to shortage. Lay, that's another suffix that we use to shift from adjective to adverbs. So carelessly. The same idea we're going to use with the synonym. Thought, that's the past of thing. Lessly, thoughtlessly. Okay. Heedlessly. يبقى again, thoughtlessly, heedlessly refers to carelessly, mean, recklessly. Let's use it in a sentence. It's very easy. My sister ran around the room carelessly. The word here, carelessly, describes the action of running. The adverb here comes to describe how does she run. Therefore, that's the effect. She broke a lamp. Of course. Wow. The man is raking money. Literally. Okay, not leaves. Let's use literally in a sentence. Tom was literally rolling in wealth. Yes, he robbed his friends. He took their money. He took their food. He took their marbles. He took their toys. Even he robbed them from trash. One of the boys has given him an old window sash. Trash, sash. It rhymes. Funny. So, literally here. Exactly, or in a real sense. Divide the word. Literally. Literally. Exactly, actually, or truly. Let's use it in a sentence. Mount Everest is literally the highest mountain in the world. Yes, it is the highest mountain on land, okay? But there are higher mountains under the sea. So, it is literally, means it is actually, or truly, or exactly, with every sense of the word, okay? That's the meaning of literally. Okay, now here I need you to look at this picture. I can see a steamboat or a ship, and ship is moving towards the shore. How will the ship sail? Slowly or fast? You figure out. You can imagine the possible cases of scenario of moving to the haven slowly or fast. So the word ponderously. The enormous ship moved ponderously toward the harbor. So in this scenario, I'm gonna guess that it is slowly or calmly. The very same word had another meaning, totally the opposite meaning. Do you remember when Ben Roger was imitating a steamboat and he was moving clumsily? Now let's divide the word ponder. Teacher, you have told us that ponder means, come on, we have studied in part 1 of Tom Sawyer. I will leave you and you can tell me the answer in class. Ponderous. Oh, he shifted the word into an adjective. Then he added the ly to turn it into an adverb. So ponderously. Here, that's a suffix. Okay, when I say Amr Diab has fame, he is famous. Okay. Synonym, slowly or clumsily. Do you know clumsy from the Smurfs? A walking disaster. He causes troubles whenever he goes. The elephant moved ponderously across the plain. Now I can visualize how does the elephant walk. And of course you can recall all the videotapes and memories of watching National Geographic of walking elephants. Presently. Wow, gifts! No. It says here, coming soon for today. So present here refers to Now means now. Then Roger hopped inside presently, the very boy of all boys whose ridicule he had been dreading. So, it means that at present time or very soon or shortly. Let's divide the word presently. The synonym means currently. Remember this word and study it carefully. And soon. Let's use it in a sentence. He'll be here presently. Okay. That is the end of this lesson. Teacher, how will you examine us? Okay, I'm not examining you. The very purpose of using or teaching adverbs is to use them. Okay, you can come up with all words, all possible words, or while reading your text or any story or article, you can extract them, divide the words, and follow the same steps to study them. Okay, that's how you're going to be examined. Right? To use what you're learning. This is the end. Stay safe, be cautious, have a nice day. Goodbye.